What's up guys, Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you another video to the channel. So today, this video is going to be a little bit different. I know I haven't really uploaded in a long time or done a live stream in a long time. And I'm just going to let you guys know this video is going to be unedited. It's just going to be raw. So I do apologize for word flubs. I do apologize if, sometimes I may pause to think a little bit. It's just because I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from and get my true raw emotions as I speak. So just sit down, relax, listen to my deep, soothing voice as I tell you guys why I'm going to become a professional wrestler. Now, this is not something that I thought of just randomly and I'm like, yo, I want to do this. It's been something that's always kind of been in the back of my mind. In the back of my mind, I've always felt like, hey, man, I could do this. I could be a professional wrestler. And I'm one of these people, man. I'm a very visual human being. I'm very like someone where I can, if I see myself doing it, I believe I can do it. Like confidence for me, it's weird. There's times where I have high confidence and I feel absolutely untouchable. And a lot of people will look at that and say, oh no, that's ego, Chase. You're feeding into your own ego. But no. It's just straight confidence. Like I'm feeling myself. I'm saying, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. And 2019, I was on that level. I was super confident. Everything in my life was going great. Everything was super happy for me. I completed a goal and getting my bachelor's degree and one step closer reaching a dream and getting my master's. So I was feeling really good with myself. I was like, man, dude, I'm feeling good. I was going good. Friend group was good. And then the pandemic happened. COVID-19 happened. And then this led to a lot of deep thoughts. When you're alone a lot with this pandemic, yeah, I have my doggy right there and I do live with my family, so I do have my family for support, but deep thoughts just keep going in, and these thoughts were just absolutely toxic. They were absolutely disgusting, and these thoughts were just negative. And what they did to me was, a guy who was losing weight and was 190 at the time of his 2019 graduation and enjoying the best year of his life in 2019, all of a sudden, became 250 pounds. Just wasn't happy with himself. Just wasn't happy with his position. Worried about stuff that he shouldn't be worried about. But the problem is that I'm an addictive personality person, like I mentioned before. I think I mentioned before. If I didn't, I do apologize. But, I'm very addictive. So, if I'm addicted to my own success, just imagine me being addicted to my own depression. So I'm sitting there feeling sorry for myself. I need recognition. I need people to say, Chase, you're awesome. You're great. That happens. That truly does happen. And I don't understand why. But there's times, man, like where I could be happy as shit and you wouldn't even know I'm depressed. But deep down, there's something in my cerebral cortex that is just depressed. That is just like eating me up. And I don't know how to shake it off. I literally don't. Like, I'll literally try everything. I'll listen to self-help books. I'll listen to podcasts. I'll Google how to stay confident. Google how to stay happy. Things to do when you're happy. But when I'm addictively depressed, it just stays there. And from 2020 and especially now to 2021, I've just been a depressed mess. Like no lie. I've been a depressed mess. There's only times when I'm happy, and that's when I'm with my two best friends. When I'm with my two best friends, I'm happy. Nothing can literally like any tunnel vision I have of depression, it just spreads out and tunnel vision of happiness happens. And so I rely on them, to be happy. And at the same time, when I kept relying on them to be happy, I wasn't relying on myself, because at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. It's cool if you have friends that can help you out and push you up, but I'm a big believer, and trust me, you'll understand more when I keep telling my story. I'm a big believer that you need to help yourself first before you help anyone else. So I mentioned earlier how one of my dreams was to get my master's. Where did I get this dream from? So back in my freshman year of high school, I was sick. I was really, really sick with a stomach issue. I don't really like to talk about my health conditions just because I don't like getting emotional on camera. And really, to be honest, it's just personal. It's just more personal for me to keep that kind of stuff really, really close to the vest, because then I just get more emotional feeling about it. And like I mentioned before, I'm addicted to my own depression. So the more I talk about it, the more sad I get about those times. And I start thinking about those times. And then it's just a overthinking mess. But I was sick. And so, I started writing in a notebook of stuff to look forward to my sophomore year. My sophomore year, I got a little bit healthier. And so I was in a business, like I was in a business class, like a business program for my school. It was called Ethos. Like I was in a business program, and they made us write down like three things that you want to accomplish in your life, like three goals, and they could be like attainable goals or they can just be dreams. So I was like, okay, bet. What do I need to be a successful businessman? Well, back then we didn't have well, there was the iPhone, but I didn't have an iPhone. But if you Googled in your computer lab class, it would say you need a master's degree. And I was like, yo, getting my MBA. At that time, my mom was working to get her MBA. That'd be super cool. So bet. I wrote down get my MBA. Then I said, what is something that I love doing? Wrestling. But I'm not good enough to be an Olympic wrestler, but I can be a pro wrestler. So I wrote, be a pro wrestler. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to sound like an idiot when I have to read these three goals up into the class. So I said, what's a goal that's related to business? What's something that I enjoy? I love going out to eat. I love restaurants. Like that's one thing about me that I don't really talk about. I just love the restaurant atmosphere, man. Like I don't know why. It's just something that I love. I love going out. I love eating at restaurants. It's just one of those things that I just love doing. And so I wrote owning a restaurant. I know there's a lot more work to it, but like when I go out to eat, I have a good time, man. Like trust me, if you guys ever see me in Cali and you could just see me chilling and I'm just enjoying some margaritas, some chips, some tacos or something, you guys know, like chilling and eating at a restaurant. Hey man, that's my jam. I just love doing that. That's one of my things. So I wrote, eating at a restaurant. And I remember back in the day, with my oma. Oma is grandma for Dutch for anyone who doesn't know. But with my oma and my opa and my mom and my dad, it was always fun times when we were eating at a restaurant. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I cared about. So I wrote down those three goals, man. And for whatever reason, I kept this notebook and I used it as my wrestling notebook for amateur wrestling. And it was just more for me to like kind of just write stuff down of what I could do better. Like I was really intense because I really felt bad that my freshman year in wrestling, I was just ass. Like I was just so terrible. So I wanted to improve my sophomore year, and I kept that from my sophomore year and then to my junior year, and then senior year I got into my first wave of depression. Like that 18-year-old depression, like, oh, the girl won't love me depression. Like I was a little simp my senior year. I was bad, dude. I was bad. I was a good looking guy too, and I was simping over someone, and it was bad, man. Like I just let that depression kick my ass, and so I kept that book. But throughout that time, even though you guys probably see my YouTube videos, you guys probably wouldn't even know it. Y'all were probably like, dude, this guy is just having a good time. I have 10 years worth of catalog. You guys can watch that 10 years worth of catalog. At that time, man, I was going through some stuff, but YouTube was like my escape because I was able to come on here, entertain you guys, do a raw review, do my crappy impressions, just have fun. It was great back then coming on here on YouTube. But I don't know why I kept that notebook. Like I kept that notebook years later. So we fast forward now to like 2015. This was probably one of the worst years of my life because I was heavy into alcohol. 2014, I was able to start drinking, and I was heavy. Like, I tell people all the time, there's days where I don't even remember, like, what was going on. There was days that I thought, like, I'm going to die because I'm just drinking. It was super bad. Like, when I tell people this, it was super bad. I was just drinking bottles like there were nothing, dude. Like, I would get, like, a cup, like a glass cup, and I don't even put ice. I would just straight it, dude, and I would be sipping on that. And then mixed with the fact that I had insomnia, like I was never sleeping when I was in college. I was always focused on either doing YouTube videos, doing this, doing that. So keep in mind, I'm addicted personality. I'm trying to be positive by doing YouTube videos and finishing off JUCO, but I'm drinking. So I was just drinking, and I was just a mess, man. I was just an absolute mess. And then I just remember one time, so my closet right there, I had all my notebooks that I saved. My closet right there, I have all my notebooks that I saved, and I just remembered, I don't know what happened. Either I got into an argument with my mom, or like I just got into a fight with myself, because I used to do that. And when you're drunk, you just do stupid shit. And I just remembered I banged into that I like got so mad I banged that. Like I banged like the closet door, like the door is broken because of it and stuff. But I banged it or something, and then all of a sudden all my notebooks fell. And the first notebook I picked up, I don't know why, It was almost like, you know, the Lord was trying to tell me something. Like, you know, like you know how faith has to tell you something. Boom, it just dropped, and I said, "What the hell is this?" And so I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, this is from my." And I was drunk. This was from sophomore year. I was like, "What the heck? What the fuck is this doing here?" And so I kept reading through it, and then I saw that goal page, man, and I don't know what happened. I just started crying. I was crying my eyes out, reading that goal page as I was drunk, and I said, "Did I really write this? Did I really write these are my 3 goals in life?" And I felt, you know, I don't know why. It was like this weird, like, spiritual, like, feeling. This weird feeling that I can't really explain. Like, this is some shit that you would think that they wrote for a movie or something, but this is real life. I really felt this weird feeling in my gut. And I was like, yo, I wrote this. And so I sat there and I was reading it, and then I just remember reading through my notes for wrestling, and then I just remembered I got up and I opened up a Word document on my old computer, and I wrote down some goals I wanted to achieve that year, and I achieved all those goals in 2015. And so I was gonna go say, hey, I'm gonna go for my bachelor's. You know, I got my undergrad, I got my associates in 2015, but I'm gonna go for my bachelor's. But the school, I didn't want to go to that one school. Just that I didn't want to go to. It was called Cal State Northridge. The reason why is no offense to the school, it just wasn't for me. I'm very like, hey, I want to be close knit with the people I'm working with, and the one school that I had as a school that I always wanted to go to was Cal Lutheran University. That's a school I really wanted to go to, and that's the school I ended up going to. And I went to Cal Lutheran University, and I got my bachelor's. And this past year, I just got my master's. And so I remembered as the day that I got my master's, you know, I was sitting there, and I was like, yo, just imagine, man. And the time when I was like super messed up, and that notebook fell, it was literally like around this time, like August. You know, it was literally like 2015 August. So I was like, yo, man. 6 years ago, if you would have told me 6 years ago, when I was a mess, when I felt like I was going to be a lost cause, maybe a statistic of some sort, if you would have told me, yo, man, you're going to have your MBA. You know that piece of paper you wrote your sophomore year? You know that when you said you wanted to get your master's, you would actually accomplish that. I wouldn't believe you. I would not believe you. And that's why now it's like, that's why I was like, yo, it's time to accomplish the other 2 goals, man. I accomplished the first goal. I don't have that notebook anymore. That's one of my biggest regrets right now in life. I know people say don't live your life without regrets, but I did like a deep clean of my room, and all those notebooks had to go. Like I had no room to place them in. There was no reason to keep them either. I was like, yo, I'm never going to look at my high school chemistry. I was like, why did I keep all my high school notebooks? I had all these random college notebooks too. So like, I pretty much cleaned out my room after that. Like that was just pretty much it. So I cleaned out my room, and I like, that's one of my biggest regrets. But I was like, yo, it's time to accomplish the other 2 goals. But like, the thing is, you know, I really want to do this, and it's something that I'm really thinking about, you know, trying to figure out how to also make content for it too, you know, because I love doing YouTube. I love entertaining people, and I feel like there are people who are entertained by me to some degree, you know, but I don't know if it's going to be on this channel. I'm thinking about making another channel where I actually, you know, kind of post like the videos that I want to do. But I'm going to keep you guys updated on this journey. I'm going to tell you guys what I've been doing on this journey, and we're going to go for it, man. Because here's the thing, like I said, 6 years ago, imagine you were talking to drunk Chase 6 years ago, 2015 Chase. You tell this guy, hey, you got your master's. You are an MBA student. You're an MBA in marketing. You can get a good job. You can be comfortable knowing that you can also do a bunch of other things with that degree. Just imagine telling me that. I would not believe you. But here I am. Who would have thought? Like that meme with that Ant-Man, I forgot his name, Paul Rudd. Who would have thought? Us two, not me. So what could happen in 6 years? What could literally happen in 6 years when like, you know, I never want to live my life with what ifs, or like, what if I did this? Like, I'm an overthinker. I'm someone who's also addicted to personality. I don't want to live my life saying, what if I could do that? You know, like, what if? What if? I want to live my life saying, yo, at least I tried it. You know, whether I become successful or not, who knows? I want to envision myself be successful. That's how I got through school. That's how I got through all this stuff. I was just visualizing myself being successful. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to visualize myself being a success. I feel like it's possible because 6 years ago I was at the worst point in my life, and now I'm pretty solid. But who knows what could happen in 6 years? What if I wake up and I'm in a giant ass mansion? You know what I'm saying? So you never know with life, and you got to sometimes bet on yourself and take those risks. I'm so tired of, like, you know, my health and, you know, just wanting to be safe take over the fact that of a dream that I want to complete, you know? I played it safe for too long in my life. That's what I pretty much came down to one day. Like I literally just played it safe for too long. Like, comfort is good and all. It's nice to be comfortable. But for me, I'm someone where it's like, if I'm too comfortable, it's not fun for me. I like taking those risks. I like taking chances. I don't like living life with what ifs. I know I've probably said that like 5 times already, but that's just how it is. So, you know what? If the great Lord above says, you know what, Chase, your body can't do this, it's time to go, then it's time to go. I know that sounds pessimistic, but, you know, sometimes you gotta trust not only yourself, but some type of spiritual being. If you don't, that's on you. I ain't gonna try to force you on that. But for me, that helps me out. So yeah, I'm gonna become a professional wrestler. I'm gonna train, do it. I'll let you guys know in an update if I'm gonna plan to post. Like, now here's the thing. The reason why I'm also making this video is, you know, this channel might have to rehaul, because, you know, I don't want people being like, yo, I checked your channel in the past and type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So this channel might have to have a rehaul in the future, but we'll get there when we get there. But as it stands, I'm going to be trying to work on a weight loss series, because I ain't going to go train until I'm in peak shape. I want my shape to be very, very impeccable. I want it where it's like, yo, I just go in there and I crush it. I don't want to go in there and be ass. I know a lot of people are going to be like, we're going to be ass anyways, but I'm talking about cardio-wise and physique-wise. I want it when they go in, they go, who the fuck is that guy? That's what I want to do. But yeah, nonetheless, that's the goal. That's the plan. Leave your thoughts down below. Leave your comments down below. And what's a dream you guys want to achieve? I want to know from you guys. What's a dream you guys want to achieve in your life? Because I'm telling you guys, man, look at me. And I always like to say it, but it's true. It's kind of like, I love self-deprecating humor too. Like that's just my thing. I just love, like, you know, I think it's funny at times. But if my dumb ass can do it, your ass can do it too. So just chase your dreams, man. All right. I think I rambled on too long enough. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button down below. I promise I'll try my best to do more videos and live streams in the future. But when it comes down to it, my focuses are on other things. And it's one of those things where I wish I could focus on this. Maybe that's a separate video down the line, why I don't focus too much on YouTube in my life. Yeah, I think I'll do that as a separate video. That'll come out later this week probably. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And if you guys support me on this journey, hey man, jump on the train now. Jump on the train now. There ain't no I'll welcome bandwagoners, but there ain't no bandwagoners on the Chase Oliver train, baby.